When I moved abroad last year, I mostly felt excited. I mean, of course there was some fear, but somehow the unknown part made it easier. Not knowing what was waiting for me gave me this kind of weird freedom, like anything could happen. But this year, everything feels different. On one hand, I pretty much know what's waiting for me, but on the other hand, I have no idea. And somehow, that makes it even scarier. I thought I'd just take you with me this time and share the whole thing, my living abroad diaries. I think the first time it really hit me that I was leaving was on the plane back from Spain. I had this little breakdown realizing one season was ending and another was about to start. And I wasn't excited at all because now I know what's coming. I know the loneliness, I know those nights crying in the kitchen over nothing and everything at the same time, the stress of rent always in the back of my mind, the random 9:55 p.m. grocery runs because the store closes at 10 and I kept putting it off. All of that was suddenly real again in my head. The last week at home felt strange. Most of the time I was working, just trying to get my rent money together, which I somehow managed. And the little time I had left, I spent dealing with my feelings, which honestly felt like a full-time job too. After 3 months of basically living in my comfort zone, so much that it felt kind of unhealthy, every part of me was screaming not to go, even though I knew this was my dream. And honestly, that makes sense. Our human brains are still kind of stuck in the Stone Age, and back then, leaving your community meant losing your protection and resources, which usually meant death. So here's my first takeaway. Feeling anxious or terrified before doing something big doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It just means your brain is doing its job, trying to keep you alive, which I know in the moment is not exactly easy to remember or accept. Looking back at last year, even the best moments carry this little note of sadness, because I couldn't share them with the people I love, and that makes the leaving even harder. Yes, we can call or FaceTime whenever, but it's not the same. You can't hug through a screen, you can't feel someone's presence, and my little brothers, they're growing so fast. They've got their own little lives, and they definitely aren't willing to sit on a call for an hour. Normally in August, I can't wait to dive into routines, structure, fresh goals, and all of that. This year, I couldn't even think about it. I just wanted to stay still and not face what was coming, which honestly drove me crazy because I'm so used to that internal clock in my head that's like, it's time for a new season. And the reality? I already missed 3 days at uni, and one of them was an 8-hour programming bootcamp. And yes, programming is the one thing I'm worst at. And yes, it also happens to be the very first class of the year. So, great start. I'm stressed before I even unpacked. Suddenly, those slow and boring days at home don't look so bad compared to 8-hour study marathons, plus finding time to cook, clean, work out, and maybe sleep if I'm lucky. I guess this is what people mean when they say adulting, and I'm not the biggest fan. But here's the weird thing. The moment I landed, I felt a relief. It was the same place, same station, where last year they literally kicked me off the train for not having a ticket because I thought you could just buy one on board. I was standing there again, walking the same way, but it felt different because now I knew. I knew where I was going, I knew where's the bus stop, what bus to take. I wasn't panicking anymore, and that made the place feel familiar, almost comforting. So yeah, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the good stuff always comes with a risk. You don't get one without another, and sometimes a cheeseburger can save your life.